Charisma is an influential natural ability to build relationships and influence others, inspiring them to succeed and gaining lasting allies. Do you have charisma? The episode explains the laws of personality magic, remove the charismatic personality, and explain why your inner strength always outweighs your external strength as a source of influence, and then change. Employ the laws of charisma magic to develop your personality and make your success. Components of charisma. First, attendance. One of passion and enthusiasm. And when those around you feel your passion and your belief in your cause, they follow you emotionally. You will want to convince everyone of your cause, even when some of them don't agree with you. You will listen to their opinions and monitor their reactions and interact with them, but you will maintain your own position and conviction. 2. Trust. Most people suffer from a lack of self-confidence, so your high confidence compensates for that deficiency in them, because confidence generates confidence, and showing confidence in your field of competence, in your work and in your life increases the confidence of others in you. 3. Harmony. When you align what you say with what you do, you become more reliable and credible. This reliability helps you maximize your charisma and attract people to you. When you say and do the same, you don't need to lie or manipulate, hide the facts, or camouflage your behavior and cover your message. 4. Optimism. Optimism convinces you that your problems are temporary, while pessimism tells you that they are permanent and there is no way out of them. As an optimistic person, you will attract people to you and spread your influence among them. 5. Positive energy. Power comes in many forms, and there are certain forms that increase our perception of charisma and our ability to influence. When we have legitimate forms of power, people are more willing to take action to do what we want, and when we use power in the wrong way, it backfires on us in the long run. 6. Energy and balance. Take care of the balance of your life to live a disciplined and healthy life, as people judge you by your outward appearance and the impression it makes of you. In principle, you need to take care of your weight, exercise, pay attention to your diet, and sleep well. 7. Sense of humor and happiness. There is an interrelationship between good humor and the charm of influence. Humor liberates people, makes them open, so they become more willing to communicate with you, and touch the magic of charisma in your speech. And when you employ humor, your message receives more relevance and prestige. Secondly, the basic qualities. The first quality is self-control. Sure, you can have some charisma without complete discipline, but a complete lack of self-control inhibits your ability to influence others, especially when your weaknesses are exposed. The second quality is efficiency. It is difficult to be a role model if your audience doubts your abilities and skills and considers you ignorant. Resentment occurs when you ask others to do things that you cannot, and here you are providing the charismatic personality with a model of the correct way to do what they ask of others, and you have to be an example of competence before you become truly influential. The third quality is intuition and wit. Whether you call it a gut feeling, a gut reaction, or just a feeling, intuition is real and can be harnessed to increase your ability to influence. Intuition helps you to read and understand people. Your intuition is a mixture of your feelings, wisdom, and experience. People who are able to distinguish between random thoughts and intuition are more successful in life and work. The fourth objective. People confuse passion with purpose. Your emotions are constantly changing, and when you have a true purpose, not only will you attract more followers and influence them, but your purpose becomes a driving force for you and them. The goal. It enhances charisma, so what is your highest, and strongest goal that you wish you could achieve? The fifth quality is integrity. When you live honestly, people will live your values and beliefs, and they will defend them. We all face a struggle between our beliefs and our desires, and then our integrity dictates which one is more worthy to follow. Pure integrity helps us follow the rules and principles before things get complicated and solutions are difficult. Integrity defines who you are and how you respond to situations before they happen. The sixth trait is courage. You may muster up your courage when faced with a threat, but courage is an everyday trait necessary for impact and change. People need to know that you have the courage to do whatever you want, no matter how difficult the circumstances. Courage is charisma because it is one of the most self-expressing values. The seventh quality is creativity. It is the ability to generate new ideas to solve old and new problems. When you invest your creativity, you will find new ways and practices to improve existing systems. When you tap into the creativity of those around you, you can generate a new interest in your goals, and more interest. Telling stories and anecdotes. Stories and anecdotes are powerful tools for developing charisma. Stories grab the attention of listeners and help them understand and appreciate your message. Facts and figures always find a listening ear. When combined with powerful, relevant stories. Eye contact. Charismatic people have the ability to engage others with eye contact and prolonged communication. However, it is important not to stare at the same person 100% of the time. You have to appreciate how effective eye contact can be to impress someone. Listen. Listen with your ears to the words, the rate of acceleration of speech, the tone of the voice. Listen with your heart to see what the person is really trying to say. The pinnacle of listening is helping people feel good about themselves and you. This kind of listening also means that you are genuinely interested in what is being said. Affinity. Familiarity builds trust. Think of a time when you met a complete stranger and you quickly became good friends. Once you discovered a lot to talk about, it felt as if you two had met before. I felt that your ideas were synchronized, close, and mutually beneficial. This is familiarity. Fourthly, empower others. Inspiration. Inspiration always needs a strong, creative, conscious spirit and full time. When you inspire people, they live up to your expectations. They want to grow, innovate, and thrive. Climbing your high walls you built for them as a challenge, not as a way of progress. They expect you to lift their spirits. Respect myself. We all want to be cared for and appreciated, and to feel like our contributions serve others. It is not necessary for all of us to be appreciated in the same way, but we all need to be appreciated. When people receive this acceptance, unconditionally, their doubts and fears will be dispelled, and your influence will rise to an enormous level. Credibility. And when you have credibility, people will consider you an honest person, and you will have the ability and experience to make things happen and overcome the obstacles they face. Credibility is based on three pillars: your knowledge and experience, your track record, and your outward appearance. Motivation and motivation. How do you transform people's basic desires and needs into motivations? How do you get them to do what they need to do, even though they don't feel like doing it? Or do they not want to do it at all? Charisma. They make others motivate themselves in the long run. They are able to help others envision goals and make them feel that they can achieve those goals. This motivation allows them to set goals, overcome their own challenges, and make their own decisions. They still feel like a team member. Good intentions. You can express goodwill by focusing on the positives and being careful of the negatives. Do not be harsh or oppressive when dealing with people. Remember that people can be very sensitive and they may feel overly vulnerable. Watch your statements and actions and always appear to have people's interests in mind. Don't criticize someone unless you really need to, and do it the right way. Criticism hurts your relationship, destroys the connection with that person, and may even offend your charisma. Vision. A charismatic leader can communicate his or her vision, elicit pledges and commitments from others, and make seemingly impossible visions realistic and practical. Empathy. Empathy does not stop at perceiving the emotions of others, what their feelings are, but rather being aware of the state of mind, but rather being aware of the inner state of people, and understanding what their happiness and well-being mean. You can experience what they are feeling, what emotions they are experiencing, and how you feel about those emotions or emotions. This allows you to understand their attitudes, beliefs, and fears, because you have entered into what is important to them. Empathy builds trust and respect, because true charisma is empathic charisma. Respect the other. When respect is mutual between two people or within a group, people trust more, are more open about their feelings, and are better able to stay focused on the goal. Learn to instill respect in the hearts of others. The more respect you show, the more influential you will become, but respect is not born of the moment, rather it takes a long time to establish, support, and spread it. What is important here is that the way people feel about you is affected and directly influenced by the way you make them view themselves. Dear listener, and when you become aware of the role of charisma and work to employ it, you will realize that your influence works on a level less than conscious thought. When you ask others why they think someone is charismatic, you will get many mixed responses, but the truth is that they felt that charisma. This knowledge enables you to influence only by putting others in the right state of mind. You will have better relationships and become more charming and attractive and able to influence people, improve their level of happiness, and then your happiness.